Hi guys, I wanted to make a series where I tell you guys scary stories, ghost stories and all sorts of creepy things for Halloween last year, but I couldn't go through with it because I'm deathly afraid of those kind of scary and creepy stories. But this time I have some liquid courage with me and I decided that I will go for it while eating some food that will soothe my nerves, but I want to make it a mukbang style kind of a thing. I just have one sushi order because it's freaking expensive. And let's jump right into it so that I can end my misery and shoot a makeup look. I don't have makeup because I was waiting for the food and didn't want to scare the delivery guy off. So yeah, here it goes. God, okay. So last year on my Insta, I asked them what should be the names of this fictional story. So I got this story on Reddit and long back, okay, maybe like 3-4 years back, and it has not left my head. Like every time I think about this story a little too hard, it just creeps me out. And considering that this is not a great choice to tell this story when nobody's around. Okay, enough introduction. Let's jump right into this Halloween special video of me telling you scary story while eating some sushi and have some wine. First, let's try the sushi. It was unraveling a bit there. Dipping it into soy sauce. I ordered it from a place called the Poke Company. POKE. So we have Sam and Joe, who is the couple in our story. So Sam is a girl and she belongs to a rich family, and Joe is a guy who belongs to a little poorer family. But they have been friends ever since they were children. They've been hanging out together, going to school together, college and everything. Their parents knew, each other's parents. Everybody in their little village knew that these two are, they are gonna get married. They are such great friends, and everybody really liked them as a couple. Sam is very ambitious. She wanted to move out of the village, for further education, and she wanted to get a great job and then settle down. And Joe, being belonging to a poorer family, couldn't really, afford to do all those things. But their educational interests were different too. She wanted to become a lawyer, and Joe wanted to, do something in engineering. So Sam tells her parents to help out Joe in terms of education, and they were like, okay, this person is gonna be our son-in-law anyway, so why not help him out a little bit? He will repay us, right? They start doing long distance for a while, and unfortunately, what happens in long distance usually happens, and Joe kind of starts drifting away from Sam. He falls in love with another girl in his batch, and they start dating behind Sam's back. So Joe hasn't told anybody in this new college that he has been having this girlfriend. So when Sam decides to surprise visit him, she somehow tracks down his roommate and tells him that she's going to surprise him, so can she have the room for a while. And the roommate is really confused because he didn't know that he already had a girlfriend back home. So he kind of gets perplexed and asks this girl Sam that he already has a girlfriend. What are you talking about? And when Sam comes to know that he's dating somebody else behind her back without her knowledge, she gets really sad, and she just can't take that kind of a betrayal because they have been so close. And she gets really depressed and decides to unalive herself. And she goes to his college dorm and goes to the terrace and does the deed. And as Joe and his girlfriend are coming back, he sees this commotion around his campus, and somebody tells them that there has been a case of. He quickly rushes to the front of the crowd to see who that is, and he gets really shocked to see it's his ex-girlfriend. He breaks down, he starts crying, he realizes that he made a mistake, and he's just beside himself. So there's a priest in the crowd, and he asks Joe that was she your girlfriend, and Joe says that yes indeed, and I made a mistake, I was dating somebody else behind her back. And the priest says you need to be very careful, because if she was your girlfriend, you are soon going to be dead as well. Joe is wondering like, what are you talking about? And the priest is like, you, I don't know if you've seen the dead body, but completely, because it is already because they have started, taking the dead body away. They have put the cloths or whatever on top of it. And the guy said, yes, I've seen it, it's my girlfriend. He's like, no, but have you seen what she was holding? And Joe wonders like, no, I haven't seen it. So they go towards the dead body, and her right hand is sticking out, which is like this. And the priest tells Joe that, take a careful look what is in her hands. It's some hair, and I'm sure it is your hair. So Joe wonders like, where did she get it from? We haven't even seen each other in a while. So he's like, I'm damn sure it's your hair. And if that is the case, you need to watch out. So Joe is now again scared, and he's not able to comprehend this. And he asks the priest like, what can I do to save my life? You have to help me, because I'm sure you must be having some kind of an answer or cure for this thing. The priest tells Joe to visit him the next day, and when he does, he gives him a talisman, okay, that he has to hang on the door, and that will protect him. And a lot of like few scriptures that he needs to recite, and some stuff like that. So he agrees, he starts doing that right away. He hangs up the talisman, he starts reciting those things every day, those chants. Also, the priest tells him that if you hear a knock at 3 o'clock in the night, do not answer the door or say anything, and close your eyes. Just do not see the figure, because it's gonna kill you. How horrifying it will look. So Joe agrees to it, and surely on 13th day, he hears a knock. He obviously does not answer, and the door starts shaking at 3 o'clock in the night. His roommate is not there with him. He is sleeping alone. After hearing all those things, he freaks out and leaves. He changes the dorms and stuff. But Arjo is alone. No, it's not Arjo. He's alone. And there's a loud thump on the ground. It's like a thud. He doesn't hear any footsteps or anything. He just hears a thud. And the door breaks open. The talisman falls to the ground, and Joe doesn't know what to do. So he's not able to directly see where the door is. Okay, he's in the room, and this weird thud noise is coming closer to him. So he decides to hide under the bed. He hears that thud coming closer, like it is scaring the F out of him. But he holds his breath, he closes his eyes shut tightly, and hides under the bed. And this thud or thump is coming closer, right? And it's like, and he hears this monstrous voice. And now that the thump is the closest, it stops. Okay, so he feels that maybe the ghost is looking for him, and if I stay like this for some time, it will go away on its own. And he hears this shriek, this horrible witchy noise, that I cannot find him. Where are you, Joe? And he hears these blood curdling screams, and a lot of throwing around noises. And the ghost is like, I can't find him, where are you, Joe? I'm gonna kill you. And he's terrified, pooping his pants, but he's determined to not open his eyes. So after a while, everything stops. Okay, this goes on for a while, but it stops. And now Joe feels that it is safe to open his eyes. and he decides to open his eyes. I'm sure you must have thought that it is a wrong move. He opens his door and he sees this horrible, disgusting looking figure. And the next day, everybody finds that Joe is dead in his room, and he has this frozen, terrified look on his face. It's as if his screams are, frozen in his throat, stuck in his throat. And the priest, again, he comes to know that this has happened, and he's wondering, like, why would this be the case? I had given him the talisman, the chance, and everything. How did he see the figure exactly? Because unless and until he opened his eyes willingly, it is not possible. And he knew that, who would do that, right? So he goes to the police station, and he asks a little bit more about this girl who died. And he finds out that she committed that act by throwing herself off the terrace, or top of the building. And she hit the ground head first. In the Chinese lore, this is kind of believed that the person who commits this act of unaliving themselves, the spirit that is liberated out of this body, is very evil, and it's unstable and unsatisfied, right? And it generally hovers around, and if they want to seek revenge, but they hover on the part on which, or in that position in which they died. So you can imagine this particular ghost or spirit that he saw was in the position, in an inverted position, and that is why he did not hear the footsteps. He heard the thump and thud, because that's how she died. She hit the head, and that thud was the sound of how she died. And I'm so creeped out. Okay, and that's how she was hovering. Like, you can imagine something is coming at you in inverted manner, and thump, thump, thump. And he saw this horrid looking face covered in blood, inverted, directly straight looking at him. Who wouldn't die? I mean, okay, I have finished the story. This is the story. I am creeped out. I'm alone, and I'll take your leave. I'll try to record another one. I don't guarantee it. If you liked it, please subscribe. Please subscribe. You have no idea how creeped out I am. It's not an act. It's. I'm gonna try and upload another one very soon. So, see you. Bye.